Ethan Page would say he lost his smile tonight in the same place where Shawn Michaels lost his. And obviously at the very start of NXT, with the video package that aired, they made sure that they reminded you of that. Ethan Page would talk about winning the NXT Championship after 18 years, making it for himself, but more importantly, for his family and the promise he kept his daughter. But now, Ethan Page can't win a match. Javon Evans would come out and sort of try and be positive with Ethan. And the crowd were just getting behind Ethan Page, as Javon Evans would say, we know the real Ethan Page. The real Ethan Page is the man who won the NXT Championship, turned around and told his family he loves them. He asked for himself and the NXT universe to see the real Ethan Page, and we definitely did, as Ethan would hit Javon in the mouth with a microphone and then put a steel chair over his neck, over his face, and jump. He stomped on the chair, blood went flying everywhere. Javon Evans got taken out by Ethan Page. Absolutely despicable, brilliant. Love it. Absolutely love the flashback to the Lost the Smile. I love the end result of this. And that moment, that visual is just insane. This is things you might have missed from WWE's NXT. Make sure you've hit the like button. And if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button too. The biggest news of NXT this week. Next week, there will be a Fatal 4-Way Christmas Chaos Tag Team match. But more importantly than that, Vic Joseph would announce, and I'm so hyped for this, next week, Christmas Eve, Santa is coming to NXT. Oh my God, Santa! Santa is taking time out to go to NXT. Please do not let Oba Femi kill Santa before we get our Christmas presents. NXT, don't you dare. As Axiom would be working double duty tonight, the first match on NXT was Axiom versus Oba Femi. And I'll be honest, this was pretty much a dissection of Axiom. While Axiom was definitely no pushover and put up a fight, a lot of his moves were just transitions to then let Oba Femi counter or rise up or stand tall. Oba looked amazing in this one. And yes, it's obviously the mask of Axiom, but this totally reminded me of Power Rangers. You know, Power Rangers have all this massive power, but they can never get the job done, and they end up having to call in the Megazord. Well, there is no Megazord in the world big enough to take out Oba Femi, so it didn't even bother turning up. And Oba Femi, dominant victory tonight to kick off NXT, as we set up Oba Femi getting his NXT Championship match January 7th, New Year's Evil. At the top of the second hour, a very confident Gallus would come out to challenge for the tag belts, and confident because Axiom was near death. He was literally falling over during his entrance. We'd even see Axiom collapse during the match, just running the ropes. The guy was exhausted after his match with Oba Femi. But somehow, some way, the determination, the spirit, as what Vic Joseph would call the Houdinis of the NXT Tag Team division, would somehow do it again. Fraxium is fine. Fraxium are still Tag Team champions. But the night wasn't over for Axiom. He would face Oba Femi. He would defeat Gallus. But then, he would hit himself in the face with his tag team title strap. Poor Axiom. Don't forget tomorrow, it is the kickoff at 2 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. if you're in the UK, for Raw on Netflix. I'm sure this is going to be a very big, newsworthy event. Speaking of news, Wes Lee, NXT star Wes Lee, is featured on this week's WWE main event. There's been a lot of talk potentially of a Wes Lee call-up with this transfer window open, but unfortunately news coming out today from PW Insider that on that main event taping, Wes Lee suffered some kind of foot or ankle injury. We don't know the severity of it. We're going to assume if it is a serious injury, WWE is unlikely to call him up to then not use him at all, because that looks awful. So we'll have to wait and see. Now, Wes would feature on Tonight Show in a segment recorded last Tuesday after Tyreek refused to shake the hands of Hank and Tank. Obviously, Wes tonight offering some advice to Tyreek, saying that it's not about friends in this business. You don't need to change your attitude, as his tag team partner Tyson actually tried to plead with him to do just that. Metaphors, Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend would be successful tonight in what people are saying is a huge upset win. I disagree completely. I think Metaphor winning was the right call. They're an actual tag team. Zarya and Sol Ruka are not. Although their tag team ability was very cool, this move was amazing. With Jakara on her back, Sol Ruka would stand on Jakara on top of Zarya to launch herself outside the ring before Zarya would bench press Jakara out of the ring onto Lash Legend. Very cool. But yeah, I don't define this as an upset. I think Lash and Jakara are experienced. They're a tag team. I mean, they've had a nice little sniff of the main roster. Maybe that's where they're heading soon too. We just don't know. High drama tonight as Ashanti would catch Karmen Petrovic doing absolutely nothing. Obviously, she was hugging Dion Lennox, but he was just offering advice. But Ashanti got super jealous. It's Stevie Turner in the background for me for this segment. Loved it. Absolutely brilliant. Who doesn't like a romance story turning into jealousy and all this other stuff to create feuds and moments? It's Jerry Springer, right? Shotzi, Tatum and Gigi were together in the Doll's House tonight, obviously talking about uniting last week on NXT and talking about the upcoming feud with Fatal Influence. Fatal Influence would then call them freaks, saying at least they found each other, obviously very confident about this upcoming feud. And then the Unholy Union, Alba, Fyre and Isla Dawn would walk in. And are we going to use the Unholy Union as like a transition to give Fatal Influence a win before they face off with Shotzi and that? Potentially. A progressive video package would air tonight documenting the history of the greatest women's division's championship in wrestling today as we hyped up Julia versus Roxanne Perez. Do you think at New Year's Eve, with it being a new year, it will be a new era for NXT? Do you think Julia could beat Roxanne? Jada Parker picks up a massive win tonight, defeating Ren Sinclair. Noteworthy during the match, it would be OTM and No Quarter Catch crew brawling, so going to probably go with that feud now. Lexus King would survive the Charlie Dempsey workout and keep up with him, so therefore has been awarded a Heritage Cup match next week on NXT. Tonight's main event would see Eddy Thorpe get his opportunity at the NXT champion Trick Williams and the NXT Championship. Now, during the match, there was a referee bump, as most world title matches do nowadays. Eddy Thorpe had the match won, no referee to count it. A second referee would come out, and this was the ending. Look at both men's shoulders. They are both down. High drama as the referees each counted both men's shoulders down. Now, if you look, Eddy Thorpe's hand is on top of Trick Williams. And of course, Trick Williams' body is on top of Eddy Thorpe. The referees couldn't agree who won the match. What's going to happen here? Eddy Thorpe probably going to feel hard done by if he doesn't get awarded the championship. Maybe it gets settled in a triple threat with Oba Femi. But pay close attention. Eddy Thorpe's leg is under the bottom rope. Oh boy. Let me know all your thoughts about NXT in the comment section down below. For me, very high drama week, and I like that. So for me, a 7.5 out of 10. If you are new to the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, you'll never miss another upload. Like the video, and I'll see you next time. Peace!